The long-awaited battle between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez has just wrapped up, and fans across boxing are already reacting with excitement and strong opinions about what went down in the ring.
Oh, let's head from Shakur. Let Shakur come to your level, right? I know, you said it. Here's the 1-2 on track. You hear me? The 1-2. The 1-2. 1-2. I know. You better than him. I can't see your shit. You gotta head out, bro. Let's go. You're gonna hate yourself. Take this round, yo. Take this round. His feet too strong. You know he's looking for one shot. He's doing that one shot. There you go for that. Keep that jab on him, Chad. Keep that jab on him, Chad. His feet too slow. His feet too slow. There you go. Jab, jab, there you go. He added his name with the Grace, with the Roberto Duran, with the Pernell Whitakers, and so many other fighters that come down from the lower weight division. Bud Crawford's of the world. He just etched his name in all-time greatness, Shakur Stevenson. No! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson.
One-sided ass whoop. Hey, y'all go ahead and hug it out, bro. Y'all go ahead. Oh, y'all go ahead and hug it out. Oh, good jab. This is BTA. Y'all hug it out. Hey, Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter in the world.
That right there was shocking. Eye-opening.
The best fighter in the world. Look. Shakur came at his ass. Best fighter in the world. I'm standing on business. Best fighter in the world.
I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it for a tweet.
Y'all can't move me from that. Y'all can't move me from that, bro. And let's say that.
Somebody would have told him that.
Terrence, Shakur, Andre Ward, Roy Jones, the Avengers, they all just invested in Shakur and making him the future. That guy. You were now looking at one smart black boy. Mama ain't raised no fool.
That was incredible, dude.
Anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth, mother.
That was incredible.
That damn camp. Saquon Moses, Keyshawn Davis. What's up, baby? That was a masterclass. What's up, boy? Love you, boy.
At the same score, 119 to 109. The winner by unanimous decision. No! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson.
So where's kind of big? At kind of big, we could get it banging, boy. We could get it banging, boy. I want that same rehydration clause that you put on Eubank Jr. and I want to fight. Fuck you. I'm a dog. My skills is too much.
You can't punch.
Okay.
You can't keep me off you. I'll rough you up.
You gonna see?
I'll put you down.
Sign the contract. Sign the contract. Let's make it happen.
Hey, Turkey, let's get this fight done.
That's it, man. That's it. That's it. You can sit here and be like, oh, Ron is throwing the pom-poms for Tio. Oh, he's doing all this stuff. Oh, yeah. No, I've called all this I said Devin was going to beat Brian. I said Crawford was going to beat Canelo. I said, listen, Shakur going to press Teofimo Lopez and he's going to try to break him mentally. Y'all call me. You can say whatever you want. You can rewind the track. Ooh, rewind that. I called it to the T. You can call me glazing, biased, all that stuff, whatever you want. All I know is I told you, I called it, I said it. Shakur's gonna win, and he gonna press it. And I give Teo props, man. Just because you lose to Shakur don't mean nothing, dude. In hindsight, this is gonna age well. This is just gonna age well. And Teo beat Lomachenko. He beat Josh Taylor, right? He beat those two guys. He's arguably probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. This is no disrespect to Teofimo Lopez at all. But at the end of the day, you cannot fool my eyes. If Shakur was getting cooked, he's getting cooked. I said Teo was beating him. He had a couple rounds. He was having success to the body. I called it before a lot of people probably thought. And then he did it again. Then he won the round. Then he did it again. He won the round again going to the body. So Teo made adjustments. He has a great right hook. Crawford's trolling over there.
But it's not even, oh my goodness. I mean,
They didn't even touch it. Where's the Vaseline? Oh my God.
yeah, it's not good.
This kid is being failed tonight when you see something like that, though. That's not right.
No, I agree. But let me ask you this. Let me throw a difficult question at you, all right?
Yeah.
At what point he's a grown man? It's tough. It's a father. I get it. But at one point, as a man, does he have to make a choice? Other people have done it. We've seen other fighters. Roy Jones, one of the great fighters, did it when he left his father, when he felt he had to. We've seen fighters do it. When they felt they had to leave their father, they did. And, at what point does it become his responsibility to take control over that part of his life and make a decision and say, hey, Dad, I still love you, but I got to get somebody else here to train me.
Well, he did do that with Joey Gamache, and maybe they didn't gel and get along, the father and Gamache, but Gamache was let go, I believe, after the Lomachenko fight. I think, to answer your question, but obviously it's that point now, if not too late.
But I think it's past that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, at some point, you can't just blame the father. You got to say, well, the son allowed it to continue.
The action for the fight, man.
Teo, you not for nigga. Easy work, man. February 21st, come watch me massacre Oscar Dante, man. Y'all gonna have to see us winning forever. What's forever?
Richardson, what's up the Master Shakur tonight? Just overall, everything.
I told y'all, 9-3, man. But I think Teo lucky. How many rounds they gave him? Did they give him a round? Fucking bum. Let's see out of here.
Johnny, what do you think of the fight? Amazing fight. Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur. And I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set. And that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit. It wasn't about heart. It was about sheer talent. And Shakur displayed that tonight. So, what do you think of this fight? What's your reaction of it?
Man, let me tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he do differently tonight?
I don't know. You know, it's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, you know, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. You know, he wanted him to do better, but, you know, this is boxing.
And if you look at Shakur as a type of fighter who go up to welterweight and challenge like Kevin Haney, Ryan Garcia, those fighters go to and beat them.
Yeah, he has that possibility. He can do that. You know, I don't know about moving up weights and different things because I'm a heavyweight, but he does it well.
Connor, well, what was that about right there? What was Shakur saying to you in there?
If he wants it, he can get it next.
Right.
Ultimately, I ain't scared or worried about him.
Well, what did you think? What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, no, it was great performance. He performed really well. But ultimately, I ain't worried about it.
Before the weekend event, Oscar De La Hoya spoke about what he has seen and gave a close look at the difficult style used by Shakur Stevenson. He explained that Stevenson controls fights mainly through smart distance management and a fast, strong jab that shuts down an opponent before they can begin any serious attack. Rivals keep getting moved backward and made to start over again and again, which wears on them more, with each round still. De La Hoya made it clear that Teofimo Lopez should not be dismissed. He mentioned that a boxer with the proper blend of ability, timing, and forward pressure could challenge Stevenson's careful system, and Lopez might be one of the few who can do it.
But Teo's a hell of a fighter. I love Teo, but I love Shakur. His style is almost impossible to break. But if there's a fighter who can break it, it's Teo. But it's going to be a hell of a fight because I love Shakur because he doesn't run. He's right there in front of you. So it's up to Teo to do something, but I think it's going to be a great fight. Great fight for boxing.
Mikey Garcia offered a careful take, explaining that the biggest uncertainty was which form of Teofimo Lopez would show up on fight night. He pointed out that Lopez has experienced both strong performances and weaker outings during his career. The Lopez who defeated Lomachenko and Josh Taylor performed at a top level, but the less steady version creates concerns when facing Shakur. Stevenson. Garcia also mentioned that Lopez's natural build in the super lightweight division might provide him with a physical edge over Stevenson.
Great matchup, tough fight. I want to see what Teofimo shows up because sometimes it's Teofimo. Sometimes it's Teofimo, the great fighter who beat Lomachenko, who beat Taylor. That's a tough Teofimo. But then we've also seen him, you know, in off nights.
Right.
And so that's kind of the only doubt, the only question that I have. You know, which Teofimo's going to show up.
What do you think he has to do to kind of deal with a guy like Shakur Stevenson? How would you approach a fighter like Shakur Stevenson if you were Teofimo Lopez with the attributes?
I would think Teofimo, being that technically he's a bigger fighter, bigger size. He's been at the weight class a little more and then just maybe build into it more. I would think he would have to use that, you know, size as an advantage. But it's hard to say because, I mean, Shakur Stevenson can good at what he does.
Regis Progrise delivered a firm evaluation of Lopez's outlook, putting more attention on psychological factors rather than physical tools. He acknowledged that Lopez has impressive athletic talent, but felt his mental approach might work against him when facing an intelligent boxer like Stevenson. Progrise explained that Lopez tends to rise to the moment in major matchups, yet has appeared uncertain in bouts against lower-level competition, even in victories.
Yeah, I think he wins it comfortably. I think, you know, Shakur, I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You know, you can see in some fights he's struggling. Teo does struggle. You know, now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. But a lot of fights, man, he struggles. And, you know, he does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza. But like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle. And I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, I think Shakur's going to break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. You know, it might be close. It might be 2-1 or something like that. But then after that, I feel like, you know, Shakur is probably going to start stepping up, and Teo's going to try to hit him, and it's not going to work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, you know, and that's the ones that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in when you're not supposed to hit him. So I definitely feel like, I feel like Shakur is going to beat him comfortably. Now, not a knockout, but a couple of 12 rounds for sure.
Abel Sanchez viewed the matchup from another angle, explaining that the key factor was not just technique, but which boxer would step up and take initiative to create action. He expressed concern that the contest might become overly careful, yet felt Lopez's pride and desire to reach star status would drive him to come forward. Sanchez believed that if Lopez used intelligent pressure, it could make Stevenson engage in genuine exchanges.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him, but I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you in, he wants to counter punch. He's gonna have to be a different guy this time. He's gonna have to attack. He's gonna have to be leading the fight, or else it's gonna be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur's gonna wait for him, then it's not gonna be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented than Zepeda was. So I think that I honestly, I see a draw. I don't know why I see a draw, but I just see them both having great rounds and giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
Paulie Malignaggi shared his thoughts, blending feeling and insight. He leaned slightly towards Stevenson, but cautioned against underestimating Lopez. He explained that Lopez tends to shine when others doubt him, yet can struggle when he is expected to control the fight. This dynamic made the matchup very tight. Malignaggi highlighted Stevenson's talent, while acknowledging Lopez as a fighter who excels by turning the action unpredictable.
I want to give Shakur the edge, I do, but Teo is not something to play with, because when he's got his back to the wall, he becomes the most difficult guy to deal with, you know? And he's got his best performances when people count him out. And then when people feel like he's going to win easily, he's got his worst performances. So this is one of those times where Teo could make it really, really interesting. Shakur, for me, is a possible pound for pound number one at one time. But if there's a guy who could be a threat to him, it is Teo, because Teo has that little bit of difference-making ability.
Is it a 60-40 fight? Is it still close?
I mean, it's probably 60-40, maybe even higher, but that's a live 30 and 40 by Teofimo, because again, the way he shows up is very, very difficult and tricky.
But it's very rare for fighters to fight in their prime nowadays. They're both, 28 years old. They're fighting in their prime. Yeah. You got to give a lot of respect to both of them, right?
Yeah, you do. And that's the problem. You don't see a lot of fights happening in the guys' primes. They milk the money and stuff like that. That's why I give these two guys credit.
Teddy Atlas went in depth on his podcast, examining the many elements that could shape Saturday's result. He stressed that it all started with Lopez's mindset. As he entered the ring at Madison Square Garden, the experienced trainer noted that Lopez's career has often reflected ups and downs directly connected to his mental state before fights. He also highlighted that Lopez's bond with his father has been a consistent influence, and regardless of what the public thinks about their relationship, it played a key role in helping him achieve world champion status.
Now he's a big favorite, or a good favorite. You know the line's better than me, but he's a good favorite.
3-1, over 3-1 favorite, Shakur.
He's a big favorite. It starts for me with Teofimo. Where it starts is, where is he mentally? He's up and down. You know, his father, the whole thing, his father's been with him the whole career. Listen, love him, hate him. His father has been part of getting him to these world titles. He's been part of it. Whatever. He has been up and down mentally. Where's he going to be? If he's right, if he's stable, if he's in a good place, he seemed to be in a very good place when he fought Lomachenko. If he's in a good place, I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic ability. Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability. that can match him.
Eddie Hearn offered his perspective on what spectators might see. He explained that the matchup was so evenly matched that choosing a likely winner was extremely challenging. Hearn predicted the early rounds would resemble a strategic chess game, with each fighter probing cautiously for openings. He also noted that their technique and movement would make it tough for the judges to score the bout accurately.
I think it's a great matchup. I think that Shakur wins, but I also think it's a very tough fight. Two very talented, two great athletes, two very tricky customers. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of fight plays out. You know what I mean? Because they're both guys with great IQ. But I think any fight with anyone in, I would probably always favour Shakur Stevenson. I think he's a generational great talent, and I believe he wins next Saturday.
Roy Jones Jr. shared his strategic perspective, noting that Lopez would have to take chances to overcome Stevenson. He pointed out that outboxing Stevenson was unlikely, and that Lopez would need to engage in exchanges. Jones explained that Stevenson's quickness and defensive skills make him difficult to connect with, so Lopez would have to absorb some hits to land his own power shots. He concluded that the fight would ultimately depend on which fighter showed greater determination.
Man, how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble. He got to take some, get some, and that's his only way to win. Stays outside of boxes. Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a college boxer with some of the best speed in the game right now, and he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's gonna be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him,
O'Shaquie Foster offered a unique perspective drawing from his sparring experience with Stevenson. He explained that Stevenson performs at his peak when he feels more athletic than his opponent, but vulnerabilities appear once that advantage disappears. Foster felt that Lopez has the ability to match or exceed Stevenson physically and possesses significant power that could create challenges for Stevenson.
My opinion on him and Teo?
Yeah, do you think he beats him? Because essentially, if he beats him, I assume he would probably stay at 140 then.
Nah, styles make fights. I don't know. I don't really see. I think that's a bad style matchup for Shakur.
Really? You're like the 10th person that's told me this. I kid you not. Like, it's just because I know the obvious people will be like, Shakur's undefeated. He's a defensive fighter. Teo's kind of struggled with the boxer, but I've just talked to someone again today. Like, everyone favors kind of like Teo for some reason, just from what I've talked to. So why is that? Because you sparred Shakur, and I guess you would know better. So I mean,
Shakur, he likes to be the most athletic guy in the ring. When he's not, he has problems. Shakur he's a right-hander fighting out of southpaw stance. So when you meet guys like that's athleticism that fight with their strong hand in the back, you're gonna have to rely on more than just your jab and the rangefinder. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me, do he got a solid left hand?
I mean, I haven't been punching.
You seen him throw it. You seen him throw it, but you've never seen him hurt or knock nobody out with it. So I just think when you meet certain guys, that's why I say the style. You meet certain guys, you're gonna have to rely on both of them things, both of them hands. You know what I mean? And I just think it's a bad style matchup for him.
Clarissa Shields expressed support for Stevenson, highlighting his smart approach and adaptability in the ring. She noted that he anticipates his opponent's moves and capitalizes on even minor errors, while acknowledging Lopez's athleticism and experience. Shields cautioned that overlooking Stevenson's timing and striking power could lead to major problems.
My thoughts is that's going to be a very competitive fight. I think that Teo is very athletic. He's very experienced, but Shakur is the man. Shakur is hard to beat. He's skilled. Shakur is skilled. Shakur, man, the dude got power. He can fight any style. He's a thinker. He's 5 steps ahead of you. Whatever you think you're going to do, Shakur 5 steps ahead of you. So I look forward to seeing this fight. I think it's going to be good, but I feel like Shakur is going to come out on top. He's going to win. And hopefully Teo don't have his hands down and he get caught cooking, because Shakur has been showing some power.
Is this like a Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns type of fight? This is this era's Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns?
we got two slick fighters. No, it's like a. You want to say like a Pernell Whitaker versus Sugar Ray Leonard type of deal. Like that's how I look at like. Yeah, both athletic, both sharp, both really good on their defense, both just very explosive. Like it's one of them fights. Like you talking about Marvin Hagler, he used to come and get you. Like Shakur can do that. Now you don't know what he's gonna do for this fight. You don't know, but I know he's gonna do whatever he gotta do to win.
What was your reaction to the fight? Share your thoughts in the comments below if you like this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more boxing updates and content.